So we've talked about some tax strategies in order to save on tax money when you sever a relationship with an employer. Here's step 2. Do you spend the severance or save the severance? And my heart goes out to anybody going through this type of situation with their employer. There's a huge amount of layoffs going on right now in Saskatchewan within the mines, and it's affecting small communities where there is a low amount of alternative jobs. And the question really comes down to, do you get an alternative job, or do you spend the money, or do you save it? And I always tell clients that they bring their hearts and the guts to this situation. I bring the math, and I really challenge you to think about the math behind spending versus saving. I give so much credit to people that can go back into the workforce, and I see it all the time, going back to an alternative job that's not glamorous, it's not their trade or their field. So they're going from a good job at a mine, making good income, to doing something that they really weren't educated to do. But toughing it out through that year makes such an impactful difference on the retirement situation for anybody that might go through this situation. So here's the math. In scenario 1, it would be you spend the severance. You're entitled to it, right? That's the definition of a severance, is that it's there to spend to pay for your living expenses. So scenario 1, at the end of the year, the severance is gone because you've spent it. In scenario 2, we take the $120,000 that we've talked about in our example, and we save it. And these are the assumptions that we want to assume. This person's 30 years old, and we've got 30 years to invest the money until they're 60. We've invested it at 6% rate of return, and we're going to assume they're in a 33% tax bracket. So if they take that $120 net that they have, invest it into a non-registered account, because that might be all they have available, the $120,000 would grow to just over $391,000. Okay. Alternative 3 is if they had access to an RRSP account, and they have RRSP room, of which many people who are 30 who are making that kind of money should have enough RRSP room. So if we were able to dump the $120 into an RRSP account, let it go tax deferred using all the same assumptions for this 30-year-old, this would amount to $689,219 after the 30 years. So I always challenge people to really think about scenario 1 versus 2 and 3. This is massively impactful on someone's retirement. I get that it's tough to sometimes get through that year if you have severed a relationship, but if you can, and if you can make do, this is critical in someone's retirement. Now, let's reverse it. So what I also do is I say, is it easier for you to tough out a year or a few months until you can get an alternative job? Or is it easier to come up with the monthly savings that it takes in order to save this much money? So if we reverse it, this person would have to save $755 a month for 30 years in order to accumulate $689,000. So what's more difficult, trying to come up with $755 a month for 30 years, or getting through the year, being able to save the severance so you've really enhanced your retirement lifestyle? I really challenge you to think of the math, bring your hearts and your guts, match them up, and just really ask yourself what's best for you as an overall situation.